In this lesson, I'm going to show you 15 ways to sound more professional in English. Hi there, I'm Derek and this is English for Professionals, the best place to improve your professional communication skills for work. Before we get started, I just want to let you know about my free professional English phrase booster with over 50 smart phrases to help you with meetings, presentations, projects and more. It's completely free for you to download and you'll find the link in the video description below. And you'll find more information about my online courses there too. And now let's get started. In business, we often use everyday English when we're talking to colleagues and customers we know very well. But there are times when we need to use a more professional style, especially when we're talking to people we don't know very well. Here's what I recommend. Try to adapt the way you communicate so it's appropriate to the specific situation. For example, if we try to impress someone by using a more professional style when it's not really necessary, we could make a bad impression or even confuse the person. At the same time, it's not a good idea to use very informal or everyday English for formal situations. Now let's look at our first examples. We'd like some more time to think about your offer. So in this sentence, we have think about. So that's everyday English. What we can do here, if we want to make it sound more professional, we'd like some more time to consider your offer. We'd like some more time to consider your offer. Next example, I'm writing to ask about the status of our order. So this is something we would see in an email, and the everyday English here is ask about, to ask about. If we need to use a more professional style here, we could write, I'm writing to inquire about the status of our order. I'm writing to inquire about the status of our order. And in this example, you can see both the British English spelling with E and the American English spelling with I. The pronunciation is more or less the same. Inquire, inquire. Now on to our next example. Did you buy the product in our online shop or in one of our stores? So here we have the word buy, which is everyday English. To change it to professional English, we can say, did you purchase the product in our online shop or in one of our stores? Did you purchase the product in our online shop or in one of our stores? And be careful here with the pronunciation, it's purchase, purchase. We don't say purchase, purchase. Next example, we are worried about the impact these changes will have on our business. So here we have the everyday English adjective, worried. To change this to professional English, we can say, we are concerned about the impact these changes will have on our business. We are concerned about the impact these changes will have on our business. Moving on to our next example, unfortunately, we don't have enough resources for this project. So in this sentence, the everyday English word is enough. So to change this to more professional English, unfortunately, we don't have sufficient resources for this project. Unfortunately, we don't have sufficient resources for this project. The next example is, maybe we could discuss some more options. So here we have the everyday English word, maybe. To make it more formal or more professional, we can use, perhaps we could discuss some other options. Perhaps we could discuss some other options. Now, a lot of people would argue that both maybe and perhaps are examples of everyday English. And that is true. A lot of people use perhaps in everyday English. But for more formal situations, perhaps would be more common than maybe. Next we have, we need to check all of the information before we can finish the plan. So in this sentence, we have the verb check, which is everyday English. A more formal verb to use in this context would be verify. We need to verify all of the information before we can finish the plan. We need to verify all of the information before we can finish the plan. And we can also replace finish with finalize to make it even more professional. We need to verify all of the information before we can finalize the plan. We need to verify all of the information before we can finalize the plan. Next example, the company was set up in 1998. Here we have the phrasal verb to set up, which means to start a business. A more formal or professional way to say this would be, the company was established in 1998. The company was established in 1998. Next up we have, we said no to their offer because it just wasn't realistic. If we need to use a more formal style here, we can replace said no to with the verb reject or decline. We rejected their offer because it just wasn't realistic. Or, we declined their offer because it just wasn't realistic. Next example, if anything changes, we will tell you right away. So here, tell is an example of everyday English. Let's use inform to sound more professional. If anything changes, we will inform you right away. If anything changes, we will inform you right away. And we could also change the informal right away to immediately. If anything changes, we will inform you immediately. If anything changes, we will inform you immediately. And our final example, our accounts department is always available if you need any more help. Here we can change the verb need to the more formal require. Our accounts department is always available if you require any more help. In this context, we can also change more to further. Our accounts department is always available if you require any further help. And one more thing we can do here, we can change help to assistance. Our accounts department is always available if you require any further assistance. Our accounts department is always available if you require any further assistance. And now for a quick summary. Think about, consider. Ask about, inquire. Buy, purchase. Worried, concerned. Enough, sufficient. Maybe, perhaps. Check, verify. Finish, finalize. Set up, establish. Say no to, reject or decline. Tell, inform. Right away, immediately. Need, require, more, further, help, and assistance. I hope you found this lesson helpful. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment and share with your colleagues and friends. And make sure to watch one of these next.